Please welcome to the stage Dr. Martin Brooke.
Teaching design is hard. You have to come up with authentic problems that will challenge students and motivate them. You have to find ways to build teams that will work smoothly together on a good group dynamics. This is hard work. So hard that a lot of faculty choose not to do it. A lot of faculty refuse to do it. I want to tell you about a method I found that really helps me. It's using competitions based on global grand challenges. Competitions I'm talking about are one-shot, moonshot, literally. Competitions with significant challenges and significant prizes, like going to the moon, or getting a human being into low Earth orbit, or taking the excess carbon dioxide in the atmosphere around us and converting it into useful products. These examples were all X Prizes, but there are many other organizations offering similar opportunities, such as the Gates Foundation, HeroX, Conservation X Labs, the National Labs, and many others. How did I get into these contests? How could you? Doesn't the barrier to entry seem insurmountable? Turns out it's all to do with how you look at it. You have to view the competition as a process. These competitions are always impossible. That's the point. If there was something you could do now easily or in the near future, why would they bother having a contest? You have to take advantage of opportunities. You have to view the competition as a process, not something that matters if you win, not something that matters if you lose, but a continual process of growth and development fueled by the competition itself. So I never thought I would enter the Shell Ocean Discovery X Prize. I had a student from a former X Prize who was then at Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute, and they told me that nobody there thought the competition was doable. The current sonar mapping drones were all way too slow by orders of magnitude, and they were so expensive, titanium hulls, that you couldn't afford to run them in parallel to speed things up. So I went looking for something else, another competition, something easier, something more doable, and I set my classes working on flying cars. It seemed like a pretty hot topic back in 2015, and there was talk of competitions based on the technology coming down the pipe. But then my collaborator, Doug Norchek from Duke Greenway, called me up and pushed me hard to think of a way to compete in the Ocean X Prize. And that was what it took. That push and one good idea that drones are faster than subs, we were off. Later I learned that the X Prize organizers were actually very concerned that nobody was going to enter the contest. Turned out I was the first full registration, even after waiting months to come up with that one good idea. So, with a little bit of luck and one good idea, all of this is doable. I later spoke to the judges, all famous ocean scientists and explorers, and they told me that they really valued our project. They realized that we were a high-risk project, but they thought that the benefits far outweigh the risks. So you see, all of this is doable. The key thing was realizing that competition was a process. Doesn't matter if I win, doesn't matter if I lose. What matters is that I compete. About a third of the way to the Shell Ocean Discovery competition, we thought we had a pretty good handle on how to get our sonar system down 4 kilometers deep into the ocean. We'd been working for about a year on a system that used the gas from model rockets for flotation. And the thing worked, and it was spectacular. But then two things happened. We took it out and tested it 2 kilometers deep down into the ocean. And the system for firing the rockets didn't work as we expected at depth. And two, a group of mechanical engineering students proved to me that the primary gas from the rockets, carbon dioxide, was actually liquid at that temperature, at ambient temperature at that depth. Now we learned a lot from our 2 kilometer ocean depth test. We learned that we could build electronics that would work at depth. We knew how to build housings that survived at depth and didn't cost a lot to make. But now we didn't have a way of getting our system up and down from the surface. So I sat with my collaborator, Tyler Glitch, and commiserated. And Tyler pointed out to me that, well, Glitch would actually work for this. I said, well, but we looked at winches a year before, and the problem was we couldn't find a cable light enough to be carried by drones, but strong enough to reach 4 kilometers deep into the ocean. As I was saying, Mr. Tyler, I suddenly realized that the fishing line we'd used for our 2-kilometer depth test was exactly what we needed. While we'd been working on model rockets, braided fishing line technology had made them obsolete. So we were back in the game again, using skateboard technology and braided fishing lines to build an ultralight 4-kilometer ocean winch. So the key thing for this was to remain in that state of competition, always seeking to add value and improve our projects. But you might ask, why bother? What's the value of using competition over just straight client-based value finding? Well, I've told you that the most important thing to me is that process of competition, that state of meeting a challenge and then reflecting on what it means to you. I want to tell you now how that state can have big wins for students and for all of us. So when Hurricanes Maria and Irma tore through the Caribbean, the site chosen for the Shell Ocean Discovery X Prize semifinals was taken over by FEMA. And instead of us traveling to Puerto Rico, a team of X Prize judges came to Duke. And the students in my ocean engineering class got the kind of final exam you sort of dream about for a design class. Over a period of 4 days, we had to prove that we were technologically ready to have been able to compete in Puerto Rico had we been able to go there. Now, key to our entry was our large 12-rotor heavy lift drone. And 2 critical parameters for that were its speed and its ability to reach a height above sea level sufficient to avoid ships at sea. So we set out in Duke Forest to do the altitude test. The X Prize judges were there. They'd actually brought a National Geographic photographer to film. And the drone performed fabulously, reaching the required 350 feet in a few seconds. But then, on the way down, a motor fell off and it crashed, breaking most of the joints. The X Prize determined that we had passed the altitude test, but we had destroyed the drone without passing the speed test. It looked pretty grim. So that night, the team worked on the drone, completely rebuilt it. The next day, we were out of the field, passed the speed test successfully. I was so impressed. The X Prize judges were super impressed. Those students talked about that night for years to come. Students involved in these long-term global competitions form communities with shared values and goals. And those communities provide lasting benefits far beyond the classes that they took. So what communities would you all like to form? What good would you like to do? Perhaps more importantly, is there something we can do, all of us, with competition, to form communities with lasting value within the Keen network? My students who have been in this competition process remember it. The teamwork, the overcoming seemingly impossible odds, they seem to have gained a confidence to go for it in many new ways. It seems as though the classes provide a way to get community in a way that coursework alone cannot. I'd love us if we all could form a community within Keen that jointly chooses and competes in these competitions. I'd love us if we realized that this is totally doable, provided we change our mindset. We view competition as a process of continual value creation and reflection. Not about winning, not about losing, but a process. I think we would all find powerful, motivating, community-creating design classes a lot easier if we all were as one big team competing towards a common goal. So I invite you all to join me in my next challenge. Thank you.